and welcome to another episode of a live community stream. I am Chuck Tomasi from ServiceNow, and I am happy to be back. I apologize for the absence. I was at our annual sales kickoff and then got taken down by the flu, and that took a few extra mornings to recover. So I am back in the seat. Apologize if there's any latent coughing that's going on now. But it is good to be here, and it is good to talk to you again. This is the web series where I take a dive into our community as I just verify that the bits and things are flying around the internet and getting where they should be. I take a look at the live community. That's what's on the screen behind me. I have no idea what I'm going to cover today. I have no idea how deep we're going to get. Just to dispel any myths, I don't know everything about ServiceNow. And I specialize in the platform, particularly custom applications and integrations. So that's what you can expect today. That's what you can get out of it. And I hope that there's some extra value in not just giving you the answers to the questions you see on the screen, but also to giving you the insight that goes into those answers so that you know what's going on inside of my head. For an hour or so, I'll be in your cubicle, I'll be in your car, I'll be where you are, and helping you out so that you can answer these questions for yourself in the future. You can say, how did Chuck do that? What did he do? What was the thought process that went on behind that? And get that to you. So as I said, my name is Chuck Tomasi from ServiceNow. I have been doing ServiceNow for coming up on 10 years. That's amazing. I have my trusty cup of tea with me. Not sure whether I like this as a new one. Lemon ginger. It was better when it was hot. Now the ginger's just getting kind of nasty. I gotta bring the font size down on that screen. If you are joining live, let's make my head smaller so I can put the subtitles up there. We are broadcasting this on YouTube. So go out if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get notified when the broadcast comes up. If you go to the URL that's out there, youtube.com/user/ServiceNow community, hit the subscribe button. Like this video, whatever you do, I appreciate it, and you'll get notified so that you can get more of this information as it comes up. I can't do this every day. I do have other obligations for personal, for business, for whatever, but as I can do this, I'll share when I can. We also do this on Twitch. Not quite as many viewers over there, but appreciate that nonetheless. This is simulcast on both live, but if you happen to be watching this later, thank you very much for that as well. What else have we got? Knowledge. Let me put my big head away. Put the title away. I got to remember what my hotkeys were. I haven't done this in a while. And put that away. Is that it? No, I'm just on the wrong screen. Where'd it go? Should be that one. Close enough. All right. Knowledge is coming up in May. Knowledge is our big user conference. If you haven't heard about this before, if you haven't attended, I highly recommend you go to knowledge.servicenow.com. There's going to be a lot of stuff there. If you're watching this, I suspect you're either developer or admin. There are maybe other people watching this as well. This conference is for everybody. CIOs and architects and developers and everybody in between. There's something there for everybody, whether it's hands-on labs or CIO sessions or whatever. If you are an admin or developer, I highly encourage you to check that box that says CreatorCon. I want to attend CreatorCon. Whatever it says, look for the word CreatorCon and check that box so that your badge has the proper entitlement to get you in there, and then you get all those extra sessions that are a bit more techy than the regular stuff. You're not going to walk in and see how somebody implemented PA successfully. You're going to be building service portal widgets and IoT integrations and a little more of the cool stuff. You can still go to the developer hub in the main conference hall. Don't get me wrong. If you forget to check that box, there's still lots of content there. We do have about 30 sessions for the developer theater. I will be doing that. I'll be doing 3 of them actually with my TechNow co-hosts Craig Stepp and Dave Slusher. Look forward to seeing you there. By the way, we will also be doing, let's get that screen back on. Wrong keyboard again. That's why things are going wrong. I'm going to use the right keyboard. And get my little head going there. We do have a Tech Now session on the 22nd of February. I encourage you to watch that, about record producers and interceptors. Not many of you may know about interceptors. Haha. If you do, congratulations. They've been around for a very long time, and they are another interesting way of creating records. So we'll be covering that. Craig is going to do a quick tip about keyboard shortcuts. There are a lot of keyboard shortcuts in ServiceNow that I personally don't take advantage of. A few of them, yes, they're documented in Studio. Craig's going to show us a whole bunch more. So I look forward to seeing that, talking to you on the 22nd. That one's going to be on this same channel. So if you subscribe to the YouTube URL, put that up one more time. If you subscribe to that, you'll get all that. Wow, I have been yakking on and on for a while. Let's get rid of the subtitle. See if I can remember how to get rid of that. No subtitle is F? Yes. Okay, good. And get onto the community. I have a number of things in my inbox, and I have, let's see what's new on the big screen. Phone number E164 field not working properly. Oh, I do have one other thing. Lily Lee from our marketing department gave me this guy. This is one of the robots they were giving away at Knowledge 17. It was a prize. And she saw this one with the red bow tie and thought of me. I need you to help me give this guy a name. So if you're in the chat room or you want to send me an email at chuck.tomasi at servicenow.com. I can't even remember my own email address. It's too early. This guy needs a name. I want you to help me. I have a couple in mind, but I thought it'd be more fun to ask you guys. So little squishy robot with a red bow tie. Kind of got a kick out of that. She said, I've been meaning to give this to you since Knowledge 17. Set him aside and we'll get back to work. Good morning, Aspen Now Solutions. Thank you for the shout out. Good to talk to you. Let's take a look at this issue with the E164 request. I'm just going to take it from the top. A service catalog request, and it has been, that one's got a lot of replies going on it. Watch list. What controls who gets added? Take a look at that. That should be pretty quick. Oh, I also need my inbox up here. I forgot about that. Let me put that up. Take a look at these. And I also like to have my personal developer instance. That's what I forgot to tell you about. The personal developer instance you can go get over at developer.servicenow.com. You'll see me using this from time to time. Oh, I'm going to log in with my admin account on this one. This is a Kingston version of ServiceNow, completely free. You can use whatever you like on here, even turn on plugins that usually cost extra money. And developer.servicenow is also where we have all of the scripting APIs documented. So if you start getting into scripting, you can go over there and take a look. We also have a YouTube channel for the ServiceNow developer program, things like Live Coding Happy Hour, which I'm happy to be part of when I can attend. The last couple of weeks, we've been building out an integration to YouTube to help automate the production of the show. So it was sort of a meta thing for the last couple of weeks, but Dave Slusher's looking at automating that on Live Coding Happy Hour. And series that I started back in November that is going once a week. We should have another episode out today called Tech Shorts, building an application in short segments from start to finish. I believe we'll be doing data lookups this week, episode 10. So look for that. Subscribe to the ServiceNow Developer Program channel on YouTube as well. Okay, I've got all my tools in front of me. I was going to start reading. Phone number E164 field not working properly. I have a field named additional phone number. The field is of type phone number. On change of country, it is not displaying the country code properly. It is working fine for USA, but for other countries, it is given in code as 0, i.e. country is India, phone number should be 91 but is displaying 0, 86555. Please help. The country code. I didn't know you could change the country code. That's interesting. Is that a standard feature? Let's go take a look at how this works on the user table. So under user administration, I just want to see if this is a standard feature or is this a script that is updating that? If so, let's take a look and see if we can reverse engineer some of this. I will take a look at, let's not do some of these service accounts. Let's take a look at a quote-unquote real person. And I should have, these are just string fields, business and phone. I can tell they're just string fields because they don't have that phone number look to them. If I right-click on the field, I can say show phone, and it will say, type phone number. It is a phone number. Interesting. So let's put in 999-555-1212, and it auto formats that way. Where is he getting the country code? Save. Is it a dictionary attribute? In fact, I want to look up the dictionary entry. Just want to make sure that's an E164. That's a phone number type. That's not an E164 phone number. Okay, take that off of... I was using my personal developer instance to develop content for the upcoming Tech Now show. That's what TN47 is in my little application picker. So you may see traces of record producers and interceptors flying around here. If I change the phone number, probably shouldn't do this, but since this is my... since this is my personal developer instance, I'm not going to fret about this. Where is the phone number type? Sort, A to Z. I don't know if it's called E164 or phone number or what it's called, or even if it's visible by default. Phone number E164, there it is. Let's change that. Kids, don't do this at home, at least not in production. Don't change data types of fields. You could end up with, see, crazy stuff like this. 999-555-1212, and it says this is an invalid phone number. Let's try +1 999-555-1212. Okay, that's better. Oh, I see. So you pick this and say, I am in Italy. I am in France. And he's saying he added a new field. So let's do that. Let's go to configure. I'll just do form design. I said form design. I was wanting to do form layout, but in this case, it really doesn't matter. Form designer is a great way to do drag and drop form layout. Let's do, oh, not home phone. Let's do a new field type. Why isn't this on the field picker? Phone, price, reference, string. Huh. I think I found another gap in form designer. Okay, let's do form layout. Yes, I want to leave. And let's give other phone number. Type. Pick it from the dictionary thingy. There it is, phone number. Add. Let's put it by the other phone numbers. Like right under that one. And let's see what happens. Save the dictionary, save the form, load up the form. Still unlike that one. Take that out. You're in North America. You get nothing. Okay. This one, if I say North America, does it say +1 999-555-1212? I don't play with these phone number fields a whole lot, so it's interesting to find out. And they're saying if I change it to Mexico, there's 52. Ireland seems to be working fine. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. And this is where we ask, what release are you using? Nobody has replied to this. 7 views, 2 of them are mine. Let's hit the reply button. Seem to have a bit of a latency. I'm going to blame it on the slow computer. Hi, Amarjeet. Oops, spell somebody's name right. It's usually nicer. I just tried this on my personal developer instance running Kingston. I did not see any issues when I added a new phone number E164 field called other phone number. See image below. As I changed the country picker, it changed the prefix and format automatically. What I didn't check is India. Is India in there? India is not in there. Aha, which may mean, go to the doc site. I wonder if how you get the information into the picker. I didn't mean to click on Jakarta. Kingston, please. E164. Wonder what that number means. Taking a look. Good morning to those watching live. Good to have you on board. Get a chance, give me a shout out. We'll find out where you are, and I'll give you a shout out back. Requiring territory format validation. Requiring entry of international format. Configuring the display of the local format. Phone number E164 national, true false, dictionary attribute PN display national. Overrides, configure the territory selector list. Whether it's true or false. How do you configure what's in the territory? Configure the display of territory labels. Okay. Territory text. Configure the international dialing prefixes. Determines whether to display. That's a true false. Somewhere there's going to be a list of countries in here. Allow national entry, display national, display territory selector, territory text. A lot of properties. Dictionary attribute, which override a lot of the properties. Maybe I missed it. Determined by the country code and language. Let's see. Display national. Display whether to display the E164 phone numbers in local format. Okay, I am going to steer this person towards this page to make sure that they've got the properties. I just obliterated my screenshot. Okay. I recommend taking a look at the properties listed on the E164 docs page and ensure you have them set to your requirements. Someone may have changed them before. Also note there are dictionary attributes that override. There's only 2 R's in override today. Override the properties. Check those for your field as well. It's going to be one of those 2. Oops, I didn't want to put that there. Well, it's there now. What I did want is this. Grab that little piece of screen and paste that little piece of screen in there. Okay. Well, that was fun. 20 minutes later, we got one answer. The downside to doing it this way is I got to explain everything as I go. Takes a little longer. Watch list. What controls who gets added? I'm going to refresh that because I suspect there's more work to be done here. At the moment, out of the box, if you send a mail from the ticket and CC someone into it, if the person who the mail is sent to replies to all the CC'd person then gets to the watch list of the ticket. How is this controlled and how can this be turned off from happening? Check your inbound actions for the reply type action. I would agree with that. Moving right along. All right. We'll get to the inbox in a little bit. Refresh this main screen. Need client script for attachment validation for checkbox in catalog item. That I would search for. It's got to be out there. Although I wouldn't validate from a client script, but because the client script only knows what's on the form. You're going to have to do a glide Ajax call. Unable to get Oracle 12c DB instance. I generally hang around this developer or platform community. I just forgot about that feature in Mac OS. If you shake your cursor long enough, the cursor gets really big. That way you can find out where I am. Especially when I have a big screen that generally has little font and little cursor. You might lose where the cursor is. I often lose where the cursor is. Okay, need a client script. On submit, attachments, document, get LML. No, don't be doing DOM element. Don't do this, okay? Here's my number one takeaway for you. Don't do DOM manipulation. If it says document.something, you're doing it wrong. There's a better way to do it. You are going to have upgrade problems if you start doing this, okay? My first note on this is don't do DOM manipulation from a client script. It's the number one cause of upgrade issues. If you reference anything from a client script as document.something, you're doing it wrong. Second note. Use a glide Ajax call to query the server and check if the sys attachment table has a record or has one or more records with the table, use table ID and table sys ID. Let's go find out real quick. This one. Yes, leave. Sys underscore attachment dot list says it's table name and table sys ID. That's close. That's close. Okay, table name and table sys ID corresponding to the record you want to check against. You can use a glide aggregate to count those records. See episodes 5, 6, and 33 for more information. Should probably tell them what episodes. Tech Now episodes. For more information on client scripts, glide Ajax, and script includes. And the link to Tech Now. Come on, mackerel. And give them a link to client scripts and other goodies. Okay. Not going to write the script for you today. Sorry. Only so much time I have on this show. I'll write a script if it's on the top of my head. That one is going to require a little more info. How can I make my email notifications more interactive as per end user's perception? Curious what that requirement is. Please suggest to me several email notification templates that are quite interactive and informative. How can I put feedback smileys in the email notification? They need to be sent via mail to end user. If there is any creative idea, please share. A lot of good links there. I'm not going to do that one. I don't know if I'd call those interactive, though. You're just changing links for graphics. More stylish, perhaps. I have a response in here. This was at 6 when I started. A few choices not getting displayed for some users. Not long now, kids. We will be migrating to ServiceNow for our forums, for the community. Posted 11 months ago. Anything I need to be concerned about? Using the above code will remove all options from my subcategory field. That is maybe correct. Do they have a clear option? They have clear options. Yep. I'll be figuring that out. He's the last one to reply to that. Sam McKenzie replied to request redirection. This is something posted a year ago, and there was a response 3 days ago. And what they did is used a bad practice here. That's what I discovered this morning when I was previewing my inbox for good content that I can share with you. Good morning, Nitin. Watching from India. I feel so international all of a sudden. Hope you had a good Monday. Mine's just starting. And it's off to a good start. Okay, what I would like to... I don't really have much to add to this except that the... Hi, Sam. Just a quick note. It's bad practice to dot walk to a sysid on a reference field. The value in the reference field is already a sysid. So dot walking to the sysid tells the database, go get the entire record corresponding to this sysid and give me the sysid. Sounds silly when you say it that way, but that's exactly what's happening. You've got a sysid of a record, and you're saying, hey, go to this other table and get the whole record and give me the sysid, which is pointless. Okay. But that's what's happening. Instead, use get value. This is another good place to do this. Of the field. Highly underused. Make that bold too. Instead, here's a better way. Could probably spend a whole day just doing best practices in here. Okay, incident templates on developer instances. Again, posted a year ago, but there's been a recent comment. Somebody noted, hi Chuck, I've migrated to Jakarta and the incident template, only few fields are available for the users. Please let me know how I can fix this issue so that the user can select all the fields from incident table and incident template. This issue is once we did the Jakarta patch update. Don't know any specific PRBs related to Jakarta. First thing I would check is the ACLs. Does this happen to all users, including those with admin role, consistently? Do you have read access to the fields? Do you have write access to the fields? And so on, and so on, and so on. Okay, let's go back to the main index, see if there's anything new that's come in while I was typing. View variable of RITM in simple list portal. That one I would think is easy as setting it up in the server script. I'm looking to give users a view of their past request of a particular item by creating a simple list on the portal and filtering by the item. The issue I'm running into is there is no way to pull the variables from the RITM. Has anyone done this already? I'd imagine it's pretty common ask out there. I appreciate any help you can provide. And Glenn, first thing to check is there. First thing to note is that you will need a custom widget to do this. It's not available out of box because every RITM has different variables. So there's no easy way to display them in a list. If you choose to write a custom widget, you'll need to load up the data object for each record with the variables in the server script. Pretty straightforward when it comes to getting variables and values. Now I can't remember my macro. Again, this is one of my newer ones. So I'm going to go to my little macro app. I think it was just print var. Variables or print variables. Okay, I'm good with that. That wasn't it. C variables or C print variables. Forgot my C. C variables. Denmark. Print var. Still didn't work. Let's try that again. Ooh, don't select everything. Just select what's on that line. C print var. There. Below is a code snippet used to get variable values for an approval record into an email template. You can adjust the bold lines to your needs in the widget. Okay, it wouldn't be that. Don't need that table, and you don't want that. Give that a try. Totally undocumented API. Those are the best, aren't they? Okay, need client script for attachment. Chandu replied and said, check the below link, require attachment for catalog. Yep, those are good links too. Yeah, and that's one of those things you can check. Phone number not working properly. Hey, my recommendation about properties may have worked. Let's see if there's any feedback. I too tried on my personal instance, working great there. Maybe someone having changed the configuration. Yep. Check and compare. Thanks for the response. Check and compare those properties and dictionary attributes. Something is different. Something, big letters, is different between the two. Not who, two. Not who, two. Not sure why my fingers want to type that today. Connection update. After several years, I'm still trying to figure out what those are for. But thank you for connecting. Integrating with GitHub. Don't know yet. It is 35 minutes past the hour. Good talking to you. Well, at least where I am. Hello, Kiran Kumar Reddy. Hope you are having a wonderful day or had a wonderful day. I think I'm done with that tea. Let's go back to water. Resolve child incident business rule not working correctly. Pardon me while I take a sip. Don't forget, I need your help giving this guy a name. The little squishy robot with the red bow tie. And no cheating. Just don't say his name should be Chuck. That name's already taken. So, resolve incident business rule. Let's take a quick look. I've created the following business rule to resolve child incidents when the parent is resolved. Me, current.sysid. Prints it out. Gets a glide record from incident. Add query parent incident is me. Okay, so go get all the records that have the parent incident, all the active records have the parent incident of me. For each record you get, then he gets a message, incident resolved based on the resolution of incident 1, GR number and current number. Okay. If a parent incident has 2 child incidents, it seems to be only resolving one of the incidents and leaving the other one alone. Notes.get display value, notes, close set value. Dear, what was the cause of the issue.set value? That's where short field names would come in handy. GR update. So it's only closing 1, even though it says 2. Is there something going on? Let's take a look. Sam's posting a lot this morning. Sam, do me a favor. And right after gr.query, check how many records were found. gs.info, gr.getRowCount. Oops, not get row count. Plus records retrieved. Make sure that matches. I have seen this before where a loop only iterates once, and I'm not sure what the answer was. All right, back here. Need to perform multiple functionality check for any user. Wow, that one seems pretty popular. Or it just recently got an update and got percolated to the top. Let's check out what that is. I like peeking into these things that are already in progress. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Hi, all there's a requirement which needs to be applied for a user account. 1. Account logins expire after n days and the user must enter a new password. 2. Changed passwords cannot repeat for n occurrences. 3. After n login attempts, the account is locked. Okay. When is this check to be applied? This check needs to be done when logging into ServiceNow. Check the links below. Account expiry date. Session has expired. Repeating passwords, though. That one's going to take a little bit of logic to come up with. I apologize for the scrolling. I know sometimes that gets a little nauseating. Good morning, Nick. Well, it's my morning. Is it still your morning? 133969261. Check the thread. Not sure what that number refers to. Because the thread numbers right now are in the 300,000s and have 6 digits. Good morning to Miami. It's not quite light out here yet. It's getting there. Okay, view variable from RTM. Encore, report replied to Glenn. RTM variables you cannot show directly on the RITM list view. You can create a report and show the information. Good point. Good point. Integrating with GitHub, posted a year ago. A lot of these year-old things coming back with recent comments. I did my GitHub integration from ServiceNow Dev to Git and from Git to ServiceNow Test. In ServiceNow Test, after importing the source control, my apps worked perfectly. Only problem I see that I can't see my update sets and notification which I created. GitHub merge all my update set. If you want to update on stage something, you need to create new update sets. Rule number 1, Farid. Rule number 1 about GitHub integration. Only connect it to dev. Don't move your changes using GitHub between instances. If you are using GitHub, if you're using source control, it means you have a scoped app, which also means you can use the publish and install method of moving the proper way, proper and easy way to move your changes between instances. GitHub is only for source control on the dev instance. Because of the destructive nature when switching branches. I'm sure that's documented somewhere, but for whatever reason, I hear a lot of people using it that way. Not good, people, not good. Alrighty. Baseline before and after an upgrade, what do you use? Oh, for CSM. This is interesting. I'm not a CSM person, but I do like to keep tabs on some of these other apps. I want to ensure the performance is not impacted much, and in case it is, then where to start looking, that is my main concerns. What do you use? This is my first upgrade, and I'd like to know, what do you use? What do you, as our general perception, is that performance increases a bit every time you upgrade it. We move from Helsinki to Jakarta. So they want to make sure performance doesn't degrade before and after the upgrade. I'm not sure why it's in CSM specifically. I am going to follow that one, kind of like a subscribe, just to see what conversation comes out of that. It's one of the ways in which I siphon information off of the community. Edit name of my homepage. Hi guys, I've problem when edit the name of my homepage. I've admin role. When I make the changes, they are not seen in the homepage selection menu. If, on the other hand, the change is made by another admin user, the changes are correctly viewed. How can I resolve this? You need to go to homepage admin and pick pages and rename it there. Otherwise, it will create a copy. Okay. You need to go to homepage, admin, pages, and change the name of the record there. If you simply pull up a page and modify it from the page itself, you are making a personal copy. These usually start with my, like my ITIL page, or my admin page. Document link or not document link? Docs. Kingston. Homepage admin. Before you begin roll, homepage admin pages. That looks like the one. Come on. Come on. That page. Probably could have just right-clicked on it. I'm back up to 6 things in the inbox. So I will check. See if that helps. Who's been replying? Resolve incident child BR not working correctly. Can you replace add active query with add query active true? Technically, they both do the same thing. But I'll be curious if that resolves the issue. I haven't seen any issues with that particular API call. View request item variables. Thanks, Chuck. Actually turned a light bulb on for me. I did this before with the dreaded database view, where I tried to approve the approval and SEREC item together to send reports out. I might be able to just keep my simple list out of the box and set up a view to do the same. When you want to pull why do you want to pull the variables from the RTM? Because per your question, I see that you just want to show them as the RTM. If I understood this correctly, then you want to user view all variables associated with it. Okay. Good discussion. Good discussion this morning. That's why I love the community. Sunny in Miami. Sunny in Phoenix, or will be today. All right, how to create a module separator under any module separator. Just 9 hours ago. So it's separator 1.1. I need to create a module separator under another module separator. Can someone let me know that? I've tried creating a separator in sequence, but it did not work. Application X. What I need is a separator, then another separator. Huh. I don't know. Sounds like a fun thing to play with. Let's find out. Let me go to, I don't know, what do we got to play with? TechNow 46. 46 was last week. The studio. Pull that up. Pull up TechNow 46. I don't even remember what was in here, to be honest. If there's a table, okay, I got a task table, and I was doing something of which I don't remember at all. So let's go to navigation, create new application file, navigation, module, create. And we'll call this, I want to see if I can replicate this at all. Application X, then a separator. Okay. Separator 1. Crazy name for it. Application menu. TN46. Order 100. Link type. Oh, let's just say it's going to be a new record. List of records on the TN46 table. Got a little bit of a latency thing going on with my instance. Wait, it's a separator, and it's not a list of records. Someone's not awake yet. Let's do another one. Yeah, you can't. Let's find out. If you put a second separator in there, what happens? Where's my studio? Lost it. There it goes. Okay. Navigation, module. Let's do it again. I just want to find out what happens here. Separator 2, menu, TN46, order 200. Separator. Submit. And then finally he had a module, right? Then he had a list of records. Okay. Let's do that. Then navigation, module. Come on. List of records 1. Menu 46, 300. List of records on table. Drum roll, please. TN46. There it is. Looks good to me. Should be all we need. Go back to the menu. Let's see what we get. Curious, because he didn't really say what he got. He said what he wants. It did not have separators in there. Separators are not at all there. Interesting. Where are my separators? Maybe there's no separators because it's not separating anything. Let's keep going with this example. Okay. So if I have separator, then I need something outside the separator. You don't really have an end separator though. Navigation, module. Is this done anywhere else? That's my question. I've never seen it double indented before. I don't think that's possible. And if you go to configuration, which is going to be your CMDB, there's a lot of stuff in here. And you'll see one separator, like CMDB dashboard. Of course, I didn't give my separators names, did I? That would have been nice. Yeah, like that. Separator 2. Save. Separator 1. Save. Go back here. Nobody's really paying much attention to that I missed that fact. TN. That might be, I thought I saw some very fine lines between there. TN46. Speak to me. TN46. Yeah, it's not there. Looked like I saw something in between here. Okay. At this point, my understanding is that you can't double indent. Only one level with separators. Have you seen evidence to the contrary? Because I Just going to look through a little bit more. Configuration. Scroll, please. Scroll, please. Here we go. So configuration, CMDB dashboard. That expands. Yeah, I've never seen a second level of indentation on these. So if you look at, say, that's interesting how you can't edit a separator. Let me look at that. I think it's sysap menu. Ah, rats. Let's go to the app menu record. Because Chuck can't remember the table. There's only about 2,000 tables in this system. Amazing I remember anything at all. Coming up to the top of the hour. I think this will be the last one that I attack for today. Okay, it is configuration. And down here we have, look for, say, CMDB dashboard. It is a separator. Okay. To my understanding, don't go nuts on the indentation. Hey, you got a couple others in here that warrant at least looking at before we go. There are conversations from today. Sam's request on the Resolve Child Incident VR. Did he respond back with anything? No. Really depends on this one, whether you're using parent, incident, or parent as the connection between those two. And he also threw in my idea of counting the rows that you actually got back. View variable from an RITM. And, so if I understood you correctly, they want to see the RITMs for the requirement is to list the items from an RITM in a single list on a portal with fields from the input form, like price, vendor, etc. They do not want to have a click around to find the request. Means you're going to have to write some code. Testing a module on a live instance. I can get through these. Stick with me, people. 5 days ago, I mentioned cloning as an option. Thanks, Chuck, for the reply. Actually, I was referring to the contents of the deployments plan. I mean, to say the checklist for deployment. I'm not sure exactly what table that's in. Referring to, however, you should be able to export any or all records using XML and import them from one instance and import them to the other instance. Quick example of how that might be done. Here's a list that we have now. Only it's not, can't do it on a related list. Let's take a list, like incidents open. Is using list v3, so your mileage may vary. Your export screenshot. Couple screenshots to export the XML of the incident table. Boom, very large screenshots because it's a very large screen. Oops, wrong tab, sorry. Then when you click export, you click XML. Hey, didn't stay persistent. Should have kept the XML button lit up. Okay. Use the list menu to choose export. Your mileage may vary. Hey, it's after 7 o'clock. I'm getting alerts. Click XML, then click download. Ta-da! Done. We covered that one. What else do we have? How to push data from one form to another form 4 days ago. I'll take a look at this. I think there was something in here that I wanted. 2 years ago. Lots of recent responses. Okay, I'm trying to push the PO order date. He's got a before business rule to the asset order date field. Any idea what I'm missing? The PO order date to the asset order date field. Is it on the same table? If ordered is not empty, purchase order line items. Purchase order line items. Ordered. Okay, is asset order date on the same table? Here, I'll give a little friendliest. Hi, Zachary. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the data model. I don't do financial stuff or asset management. I don't even know what this is. I don't do it very often, but concepts are the same. Lisa Latour mentioned you in 222 Ask the Experts. There we go. If you want to be part of that, go sign up for that event on the community. Look for Tech Now episode list in the community. It's a very easy to find. Community tech, just look for Tech Now episode list. Let me bring that up for you real quick. We are doing, mark your calendars. We've been doing this for 5 years now. I can now say that. We are past the 5-year mark. Andrew Kincaid and I started on February 1st, 2013, and we have done, well, Andrew and I did about 20 or so. Craig and Dave and I have done about another 25 or so. We are up to number 7. Oh, I didn't put a link in here. I will fix that as soon as I'm off the air. There should be a link in there. Record Producers and Interceptors is where we will be talking about that good stuff. Thought I had that in there. And you will learn some interesting ways to create new records. And with that, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much for joining us again. Go over to developer.servicenow.com if you want to get your free developer instance. Subscribe on YouTube. Look for us on Twitch. I'll just flip through these quickly. Sign up for Knowledge. Look forward to seeing you there. It is coming up quickly. We are now in February and it's in May. It comes up fast, doesn't it? But until then, I am going to bid you a fond farewell and encourage you, if you learn something in ServiceNow, share it and help others, because that's what it says on this closing screen. Take care. Bye now.